The Quarry cycle describes the metabolic relationship between skeletal muscle and liver during anaerobic exercise. Lactate produced in muscle is transported to the liver, where it is converted back into glucose. Which of the following accurately summarizes the Quarry cycle? So the Quarry cycle, right? The Quarry cycle, what is happening? So imagine you're exercising, you're running, or you're lifting weights, whatever, right? Your muscles are using up a lot of glucose, and they're trying to synthesize ATP because ATP is necessary for muscle contraction. Now, because they're using a lot of oxygen, you incur an oxygen debt. Okay, and so how can you produce glucose in the absence of oxygen? Well, you have to do fermentation, where the pyruvate that is created in the pyruvate that is created in glycolysis, pyruvates, right, is converted into lactate. Now, the purpose of this is that pyruvate is reduced into lactate, which allows for NADH to be converted back into NAD, and then NAD goes back into glycolysis. Okay, now lactate, it cannot be allowed to remain in the tissue. Right? It cannot be allowed to remain in the tissue. And so what happens is that because it will acidify the tissue. So the lactate is carried in the blood. So this is happening in the muscle, right? This is in the muscle. The lactate is carried in the blood to the liver. And in the liver, the lactate becomes glucose, right? And then the glucose is carried back in the blood, back to the muscle. And therefore, it's a cycle, okay? So the answer, right, of these, it transports fatty acids. No, that's wrong. It recycles lactate from muscle to liver. Very good. It becomes glucose via gluconeogenesis. And no, it's not ketone bodies. And no, it doesn't generate ATP from protein catabolism, right? That's wrong.